And we're live. Attention, attention. Calling all looters. This is the assignment. Hello, looters. Welcome to the Movie Loot Live. My name is Carlo, and I'll be leading the assignment. The episode where me and a guest will choose the set of categories of what to watch during the month of, let's say, December and maybe a bit of January. And that will be our loot. And for that, I'm joined by a Twitter friend who describes himself as a film obsessed nerd who has been writing movie reviews since 2005. Kevin, the critic. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, and really looking forward to sharing this loot with you.
Yes.
Uh, it's really great to have you here in the show, Kevin, because we've been interacting on social media for a while. We're sort of a part of the same circles, but this is your first time on the show. So,
Yes.
what is it about movies that obsesses you?
Honestly, I just love getting involved in a story. Just following following characters, bouncing around different genres, just picking them apart. Just I just love watching movies and thinking more deeply about them than most people might often like. Like when Frozen 2 came out, I realized I hadn't done a review of the original one, and I essentially wrote an essay on why I love the first Frozen, which was like college level length. And then it's like you read that one, and it's my review for Frozen is like, this is a great movie. And then my initial impression of Frozen 2 was like, this one is not very good.
I still haven't seen it, but
I, I mean, I mean, my opinion on it changed on a second viewing, but like there's one of those times where like, have you ever gone to see a movie and you sit there and it starts and you like, I am so not in the mood for this kind of movie today.
yeah,
My when I saw Frozen 2 the first time, it was one of those days where I was like, oh man, I'm sitting here, but I am so not in the mood for a cartoon right now. Oh, this let's just give
well,
it my first impression.
let's see how this challenge works for you because you
Yeah.
have to be in the mood
Oh
for
yeah. Oh yeah.
certain
Oh yeah.
certain
I know.
types of films.
Oh yeah. I know. Oh yeah.
but,
I know.
but we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see about that.
Yes.
It
Yes. I'm.
I, I was reading on your website, and it says in your website that you started to write at 10,
Yeah.
10 years
Yeah.
old for
Yep.
the Citizen newspaper, right?
Yes, that's
Wow.
true. That my first ever film review was Madagascar, the wacky children's talking animal movie from
Yep.
like 20 years ago now. That's man, I can't. They wanted a kid to send in a review of a movie just for a contest. I had seen Madagascar a couple days before, and my parents were like, "Hey, you should write a review of this." I was like, "Okay, I'll do it. I'll try this out." I wrote it up, I sent it in, and they liked it so much that they wanted to come in and talk to me, or they wanted me to come in and talk to them. Apparently, I was the only kid who had entered the contest, so I won by default. And they asked me to
A win
be
is a win.
yeah, a win of the win, and I took it. And they asked me to be like the kids movie reviewer for the paper for a while. Uh, so yeah, so that's why like you read a bunch of my early stuff. It's all like kids movies. That's why because that's how old I was when I was viewing at the time. And then as I got older, I started reviewing older skewing films. Like I think like like this. All right, I'm 14 now. I want to see a romantic comedy or Tom Cruise action movie or whatever, even if there's a kids
Yeah.
movie playing. I'm like, all right, I'm an adult. I want to see more adult things. And then in
Bring me
2015,
Salo.
oh Salo, you know what? I remember I saw Salo in college. One of my college roommates was like he was into like I guess more shocking cinema, and he I don't know I don't remember if he had a copy of it. Or he had access to it somehow, but he showed Salo to me, and I was just like, this is one of the most disturbing things I've seen. This is why is this?
I
uh,
still I, I still haven't seen it. I'm not
I
being honest. I haven't seen it.
well, yeah, it was that like that, and like another one like that was, and this is one I found myself, which I couldn't believe, but like I remember watching the Human Centipede in my
Okay,
college dorm room and going like,
I've seen that
oh
one.
yeah, that was when I saw Heretic earlier this year. I was flashing back to that a little bit.
Hey, if you
The Hugh Grant
if
thing, that I was like, oh, this is reminding me of. I don't think they want me to be thinking about that movie watching this,
hey,
but
if you thought about the human centipede, please don't check out the second one or the third
I
one.
unfortunately I did check out the second one and I regretted it immediately. I opted out of the third. I'm usually a series completionist, but that was one of the ones where I was like,
Yeah,
there's not value to me completing this trilogy of heinousness.
the third one is I kind of defend the first one. Um, I kind of like the first one, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah,
Um,
it does its job well. Like it's properly shocking.
it's and it's more tamer than you would expect from a film about a crazy doctor joining people
Yeah,
mouth to
yeah,
anus.
yeah.
Um, but I really I enjoyed it. The second one I respected more
Mhm.
than I enjoyed it because the guy went the polar opposite to the other end of the spectrum
Yeah,
with the second one
the
as far
black.
as gore and yeah.
Yeah, the black and white. I think I like the idea of the second one a lot. Like the concept of the concept of like a super fan of the first movie trying to
Yeah,
emulate. I think that's
very meta. Yeah,
yeah, that was a very I thought that was a pretty interesting idea for it. And again, there was a lot of shocking stuff in that. Like I think that he succeeded in doing what he was trying to do,
yeah,
which is this like shock me.
yeah.
But yeah, after that, it was when I heard the third one, I was like,
No, the third one
uh
is just bad. The third one
yeah,
is not even.
I saw the trailer for the third one. I was like, wait, it's in a prison now? Oh
Nah, it's just
no.
boring and dull and bad. Yeah, it's
Oh
really one of the worst films I've seen, and it's
oh
not
no.
because
Oh boy.
it's not because of the shock or the no. It's just plain bad. So
Yeah.
I really don't recommend it.
Yeah, again, I saw the trailer once on YouTube. I was like, I'm not watching this. This
Starring
doesn't look.
Eric Roberts.
Uh yeah,
he,
the man who I only know for The Dark Knight and The Expendables.
he
Two
has the man who won't deny a paycheck.
oh Eric. Yeah, no. I looking at his IMDb, it looks like how many low rent action movies have you done?
There's a lot,
Oh.
but yeah, Kevin, we're definitely gonna have some time to talk more about movies, about what you do when we get together at the end of
Mhm.
the month,
Yes.
or when we decide to share this loot. So
Yes.
why don't we head into the fun part of this episode?
Okay.
And basically, what we'll be doing today is receiving the assignment of what will be our loot, choosing the
Yep.
categories of what we'll watch. We're already 2 weeks into December, so it's okay if we spill a bit into January.
Yep.
But once we finish today, we both will have our assignment, our mission of what to watch during the month.
Yes.
Kevin, you said when you were talking about what obsesses you. You said that you like to jump or watch different genres and different stuff. So I suppose that when you saw the categories, so you see that there are a lot of challenges, kind of like that,
Yes.
a lot of curveballs and a lot of interesting niche
Yes.
films.
I
What do you
saw.
think about the categories?
I think the categories are quite varied. There's some that grab my attention a bit more than others, but whatever we land on, I look forward to seeing what I get out of them.
Just to give an example to our listeners of what we have this month, we have. Just going to give a quick sample. We have a film from the 2020s. We have Western. We have a film set in Antarctica. A film from Romania. We have a film from Lynn Ramsey. We have a film with the word monkey in its title. We have a Christmas or holiday film. a film from Gaspar Noé, and so and swords, more or less that. Um, like I said, we're gonna choose each one of these categories. Is there any category in particular that you're like, no way, I don't want to do that one?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, the category that I'm least probably least looking forward to would be like. Well, let me pull up the let me pull up the. No, 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 where's it? Sorry, where's the categories? Yeah, probably. Uh, I would. I'd probably prefer not to get one if it was. I prefer not to get one of the like a film from a film from Portugal or other places. Just not because I'm against like foreign language stuff. I'm not. It's just like it's more about like the availability of them, like
Yeah,
where I would find them.
yeah.
That'd be the main issue. But
To be,
I'm sure. But yeah, outside. But yeah, other than that, it's like I'm excited to see what we get.
to be fair, every time I do this, I try to appease my guests by telling them that when I set up the categories and I choose these countries, foreign countries, I try to make sure that there's something, that there's some cinema industry, that there are options of what to
Mhm.
watch, and I tend to stay in touch with my guests and share lists and options. This is available here, this is available there. Here is a list of the best films from X country or Y country, so you
Okay.
can have options of what to choose
Okay.
from.
Good.
So we'll see what comes up.
Yes.
So
Good.
are you ready?
Yes, I am. Let's go.
Okay, so let me just share my screen for a minute so we can see what we will be choosing, and let me know when you can see it.
Yep, I can.
Okay, there we go. This is our Mulu category chooser. And let's start with you because you're the guest.
Okay.
What will be your first category?
Okay. The first category that I choose is the last Oscar winner I haven't seen.
I love that one. I had that one on my list. So there we go. The way that this one works for those that are listening, we're going to start each of you, you and me individually. We're going to start looking backwards from the last one, which is Oppenheimer, and we start trying to find the first one that we haven't seen. For example, have you seen Oppenheimer?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Okay. So do I. So we moved to the one that won the year before, which Everything
With
Everywhere All at
yeah.
Once.
Yes,
Yes. Have you
I
seen
saw that.
you seen that one, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we keep moving backwards until we hit one that you haven't seen or that I haven't seen. Do you know which one will be for you?
I had select. I had Yeah, the last one that I hadn't seen Coda or Parasites.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, both
oh.
of those. Yeah, I had put down for Parasite because I'd heard that one was supposed to be really, really, really good, and I checked where it was available for me to get on to get like easily.
Okay. Okay, I know that Coda had a bit of a backlash from people because
Oh,
I want to power up the dog to win. I
oh
really like
yeah,
Coda,
yeah. I
so
heard
I
it was
recommend it. If
okay.
you
Yeah,
haven't seen Coda, check it out.
yeah, and with cards on the table, like I am like on the autism spectrum, which technically qualifies as like disabled. So hearing that it was I like stories about disabled people. It's kind of nice. I heard that isn't coded about a family of like a family of people who are deaf or something, or like is that am I completely wrong in that? I feel like I heard that was
and
what it was about, or like somebody, like one person in the family can hear and they want to share the power of music with them or something.
yeah. And to be honest, I think that's not spoiling anything, but I think that's probably the strongest part of the film. That family dynamic of the four family members, and all of the performances from the four are great, especially Kotsur, who won
Yeah. Yes.
the Oscar. But they're great, and that whole, like I said, dynamic between the four family members is really good. It's a really good film, so I definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
Um, in my case, I have seen uh, a lot of the recent ones, and the first one that I haven't seen is way back in the 80s.
Oh wow.
Eh, and it's oh god, it's Out of Africa from 1985. I haven't seen that one from
Oh,
Sidney Pollack.
okay.
Have you seen it?
No, but I think I have it in a Meryl Streep 8 pack on my shelf somewhere.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's looks like a romantic drama, or it's a
Yeah, I think
uh
it's her and Robert Redford, I think, right?
yes,
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 yes, I have
epic
that.
romantic drama film. Okay,
Yeah.
not necessarily my favorite genre or subgenre, but we'll check it out. We'll see how it works.
Yes.
Okay, so let me go in my category. I really like that because I had that one on my list of options. So I'm really glad that you went with that one.
Yes.
Um, mm, I'm gonna go with. I think this one might be a fun one, and I think the world of cinema needs more movies with ninjas. So I'm gonna go with a film featuring ninjas.
A film featuring ninjas. Okay.
Yeah, let's see what we can find about that. But yeah,
Yes.
there are certainly a lot of films. There was a lot of ninja films in the 80s,
Oh
cheap
yeah.
and not so cheap.
I
But
I know like of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies, and that there was I think there was a trilogy of movies called Three Ninjas.
yeah, the
And then
90s. That's
and then I had I can't believe I heard this. I
Surf
had
Ninjas.
Yes, I had Surf Ninjas on DVD as a kid. Uh, that was Ernie Reyes Jr. from Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. I have not been surfing before, but I feel like it is harder to do than what he implies.
Yeah, I haven't seen the classic Ninja Turtle movies since I
Oh,
was a kid. So maybe I can go
yeah,
back and revisit one of those.
those are, the one from 1990 is really good. The other two was like once you take off the nostalgia glasses, I was like, these are ridiculous.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll
There are
see.
many options.
There are many ninja movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Kevin, what would be your second category?
I've said I said westerns, a western.
Oh, I'm a big fan of
Yeah,
westerns. So yeah,
yeah. I wanted to kind of challenge myself because I haven't seen that many westerns, and I know it's not it's not exactly like what my favorite genre is, but I want to just try and expand a little bit and find more than like five or six that I like. And
the,
I came up with The Quick and the Dead is
oh,
one that I'd like to
Sam
see.
Raimi.
Yes, I like Sam Raimi's direction a lot, and I like most of Sam Raimi's movies. So I figured if there's a western that I might like, it would be one that he did, and especially with the cast it has on it too.
Yeah, you got Sharon Stone, you got Leonardo DiCaprio, you got
Is it Gene
Gene Hackman is
Hackman?
in it,
Yes,
right? Yeah,
yeah, Gene Hackman.
yeah. It's that's a really I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember enjoying it a lot, and I think it's a pretty if you're not that used to the genre, I think it's a pretty good introduction to what uh, uh, classic westerns can be. I mean, this is a bit stylized and
Mhm.
Sam Raimi style, and but
Yeah.
it's a fun film. This is certainly a fun western.
Yeah, like the westerns that I've seen in life, like I like the True Grit remake that the Coens did.
It's a good
I
one. Yeah.
thought Unforgiven was great because it basically was like
That's my favorite.
de-romanticizing all of it. Yeah, that's my favorite western currently.
Yeah.
The Good and the Bad and the Ugly. I've seen that a couple times.
No, so you've
Uh,
seen a couple
and
of
a couple
essentials.
of essentials, and then Cowboys and Aliens. I have a soft spot for that because
Yeah, so why
yeah,
not? Yeah.
yeah, it's like all right, I like this. Like it's a western story, but you had aliens in it. I enjoyed that. Like this, the fact that it exists as it does, that they take it so seriously, it's fun to me.
Yeah. For you or anyone that's interested that's listening, we did an episode on westerns a couple of years ago, and I went with one of my recurring guests, Tyler, and he's a big western guy, and we talk about the genre and how it evolved through the years, and we ended up with our top five westerns each. So that might be if you're into it, you might check out that episode and see if you pick up any recommendations in case you can
Yeah,
you in case you want more after Quick and the Dead, or in
yeah,
case you decide to change your mind about that one.
absolutely. And then also the other two that I remember that I liked were like Hell or High Water, which I know is like kind of a modernized one.
I,
I
I
saw
love that one.
yeah, I saw that a few years ago. I really liked it. And then it's a bit of a stretch, but I count Logan as one.
I haven't seen Logan, but I know that a lot of people classify it as a western.
It's like yeah, I mean it has enough of the Western sort of I think it has enough of like the Western elements in it, like the lone hero going up
Yeah,
against a group of ruffians and going across the land, sort of
yeah,
rediscovering his soul and all that. I mean, it's definitely a standout of the X-Men related movies, but it's yeah, it feels very Western inspired to me and how they did it
yeah, yeah.
in certain ways.
Okay, so let's see what I go for my second one, and um, I'm gonna go with a film set in Antarctica. I kind of like those films and set in those environments, the thing and that kind of thing. So
Yeah, the thing is another one I saw in college. That one freaked me out. Like I had to go to
yeah,
bed. I had to go to bed after it, and I was looking at my roommate like, "Why did we watch that before we had to go to bed, dude?" Like, uh
don't change shape on me. Don't shape
no,
shift on me.
oh no, no. And another one like that was like we watched I think it was the first Insidious with my roommate and his buddies, and we were all thinking, "Oh, we're gonna laugh our way through this." And then Insidious ends, and we're all sitting there petrified. And then it dawns on my roommate's friends that like they now have to walk back across campus at like 11 o'clock at night to their dorm, and we were like, "Sorry, dudes."
How are we gonna do that?
Yeah, that shocked us all. Those are some fun nights.
Oh my god! So a film set in Antarctica. I need to look what's available, but there will surely be a lot of options. Fun fact: my nephew is currently in Antarctica.
Oh,
He's yeah studying for, I think it's his master's or or his PhD
mhm.
in New Mexico, and he got the option to travel to Antarctica and stay there for like 3 months.
Wow.
So I'm really proud of him. He's right there. He has sent me a couple of pictures of what he's doing, and it's really cool. I think it's a great opportunity, and I thought, let's choose this category to honor him.
Yeah, congratulations to him on that opportunity.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have our first four categories. We have the last best picture winner we haven't seen. We have a film featuring ninjas. We have a western, and we have a film set in Antarctica.
Yep.
For the final and fifth category, we're gonna use the randomizer, and what we're gonna do is that we're gonna let this randomizer tool choose what will be the final category. But
Yep.
before we do that, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for a minute, and I'm gonna let Kevin share for a moment what are you working on, what have you been watching lately, while I tinker a bit with the spreadsheet for a minute, and
Okay.
then we go back to it.
Okay. So I mainly so in my free time I mainly just write movie reviews. The last review that I published was for Wicked, which is that movie currently sweeping the entire world right now, which I think is great.
Did you
Uh,
sing in the theater?
yes, I have seen Wicked in the theater 3 times, which does not happen for anything.
No, but did
Like
you sing?
I resisted the urge to sing. I I all 3 times I resisted the urge to start bursting along to Popular in the theater because I wanted to be respectful to the other people around me. But
Thank you.
yeah, no, I like my theater has actually had a sign at the concession stand saying, "Please do not sing." I'm like, oh, okay, they're serious. I'm not going to. But yeah, that was great. And then I also have seen Gladiator 2 and Moana 2 most recently. Gladiator 2 I thought was really solid. Moana 2 was fun if you have kids. Um, and then outside of film viewing, I do data entry for a day job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That was my first job, data entry.
yeah. I've been doing it now for about 5 years. It's good. It helps me pay the bills. I enjoy doing it, and it's really, really close by to my apartment, so my commute isn't too bad.
Okay. Okay, that's really cool. So we're looking forward to reading whatever you've written about those films, and we're gonna share your website and everything. We're gonna include it on the episode description, and I'm gonna give you a chance later towards the end of the episode for you to share your social media and
Yeah,
your website and everything else.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let me just share my screen again, and there we go. Let me
Okay,
just like this. Okay, so what we're gonna do is that Kevin, you're the guest, so you're gonna give
okay,
me one number from 1 to 21,
okay,
and the randomizer. I'm gonna enter that number in the randomizer, and the randomizer would let us know what we the next category, the final category.
okay.
So 1 to 21, any number.
17.
17. Boom! I film with the number 12 in its
Okay.
title. It can be 12, 12. I think there are a lot, not no sequels allowed.
Yep.
So 12 Monkeys. Um, 12 is like a very particular number.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know
sure
that
there.
the only films that I know of off the top of my head are like 12 Monkeys and 12 O'clock High, with both of which I have seen. I'm sure there are many other films with 12. Oh yeah, and Ocean's 12. Other than those three,
There you go.
I'm sure that there are many, many movies with 12 in their titles.
I think there's I think that in previous years I've seen it listed. Um, but I think there's a samurai film that is called 12 Assassins or something. Um,
Okay.
So it might be another option. Okay, we can check that and we can see
Yeah.
what we can come up. Oh, let me just do a quick check. Films with 12. 12 Angry Men.
Oh
That's
yeah,
that's like an essential.
I saw that earlier this year actually, and loved it. I think it still holds up
Yeah.
today for
But
sure.
There's the remake, the TV remake from
I
1997.
okay.
Uh,
I haven't
that's a
seen
good one. It's
I
pretty
haven't
good.
yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. But
12 Years a Slave, which
oh
won
yeah,
Best Picture.
yes, yes. Saw that one in college for a film studies class. Really,
Okay.
really powerful, really well made.
There's Short Term 12 from Destin Daniel Cretton, who
Okay,
has
did
gained
the
some notoriety because he did
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen Short Term 12 yet.
it's really good.
Is that the Brie Larson one?
Yes, yes,
Yeah, I know of it. I haven't seen it yet.
it's really good.
Yeah.
Let me see what else we got here. There's one that I saw a couple of years ago for this category specifically, which is called The 12th Man, and I think it's a European co-production about 12 spies. It's in World War II, and they sent 12 spies into Germany to kind of spy on the Nazis, and
Mhm.
11 of them are killed, and the 12th one is they're hunting him, they're looking for him, and it was a pretty solid film. Um, so it might be another option.
Yes.
So there are a couple available there.
Yes. Yeah. Short
Okay.
Term 12. Yep.
Okay, so we have our five categories total. So we
Yep.
have again the last best picture winner you haven't seen. We have a film featuring ninjas. We have a western. We have a film set in Antarctica, and we have a film with the number 12 in its title.
Yes.
So that's our assignment for the month. Are you up for it, Kevin?
Yes, I am.
All right, it's on. What will happen now is that we will have what's left of December, maybe a bit of January, to watch five films to fit those criteria. And at the end of the month, me and Kevin will meet again to talk about this loot of films.
Yep.
Kevin, it was a pleasure to finally meet you and have you here on the show, and we'll
Thank you.
meet again in a couple of weeks.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure to be here. I look forward to discussing our loot in the next couple of weeks.
Definitely. So thanks to everybody for listening and stay tuned for our next episodes. We're still catching up a bit, but our most recent episode was our bonus episode on the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. That was a mega pod that featured Ed from the Film Effect podcast, Kevin from the podcast That Wouldn't Die, Stu from the Stewart Order, Pete from Middle Class Film Class, and yours truly. We talk about all the films in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. It was a lot of fun to dive into the world of Freddy Krueger. There are a lot of episodes already in our back catalog and a lot more upcoming and in the process of editing. Other than that, follow us on Twitter at TMML2021, Blue Sky at The Movie Loot, and me personally at TIFCGT on both platforms. Kevin, where can people follow you and find you on the internet?
Okay, you can find me on Twitter at Kevin underscore the critic, Facebook and Instagram at Kevin the critic, Blue Sky and Threads at Kevin the critic. I like to use the same name for pretty much everything all across the platforms. And you can read my film reviews at kevincritic.com, which has links to my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram currently.
Okay, like I said, I'm going to include all those links on the episode description. So if you're listening and you want to check Kevin's work, so just make sure you can check those links, which will be included there with the episode description. Also, remember to rate and review the Movie Loot wherever you listen. That's one of the best ways to support the show, and it's definitely free. So, Kevin, like again, it was a lot of fun to talk with you, and we'll talk again in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely.
So,
Thank you.
have a good night, and let's grab the loot.
Absolutely.